Hello there, everybody. This is Fearmy Games here with my next part of my Divide et Impera Rome 2 campaign, playing as the Kingdom of Cimmeria. The campaign has been a bit delayed. I was a bit delayed in recording this, though not that you guys will really know because it will be released at the same time as normal. But I had some weird things going on with my game working properly, and then I realized something. Excuse me. Then I realized what the cause was. That's a big army. I'm concerned now. But then I realized what the problem was. The problem was that brain was that apparently, like, I guess there was an update to Rome 2, so it, like, turned off all of my mods. And because I was like, why is this crashing? I'm going in there. I'm like, wait a second. Maybe there is something going on. And I was right. There was something going on. Let's see. And so I re-enabled all my mods, and hopefully it doesn't crash. Because it was crashing when I was trying to come in. That's why I was like, there's something not quite right here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody who that might be good for, like, yeah, let's go for bonus campaign movement range. Is pretty nice. Yeah, let's go quartermaster so you can move a little bit more, and then I want upkeep for lower upkeep, and then I want replenishment rate's good. So for that, I wish I could attack with this guy. I have the bigger. I like his army slightly bigger than mine, and also he has ranges, and I do not. That's my main concern about trying to attack him right now, and I can't afford to get like a mercenary company. This guy here has a full stack army. We have a full stack army. I could probably beat him in a one-on-one battle. But my only concern about that one is there is another stack on its way. So we do kind of need to keep an eye on that. Over here, meanwhile, there's still two enemy armies here. Not quite full stacks to either of them, but there's still two armies that we'd have to contend with. I think my army is finally full. Yes, it's fully recovered now. And the question is, do I risk trying to attack them with an army that I think is rather weak? I say not worth it, so we're just going to end turn and see what the situation is. There is now an enemy army up to our, next to Siracena. Hopefully Siracena can hold out long enough for there not to be any difficulties. I think that's one of the armies here, and they have another army back at their home base. Hopefully they do not fall. If they fall, that will make this campaign a little bit more awkward, because I think I might still be at war with that guy. I know he offered peace, but I think I forgot. I didn't forgot, but I think I just didn't accept it because I was like, there's two factions he has to go through to get to me. I'm sure I'll be fine, and we'll see how right that is. One thing I can safely say is once we take Coron and Armavir, at the very least Armavir, and I'm able in a position to hold it, I think this campaign will become a lot easier. Because I can then, right now I need three armies in order to hold the line. Because what's kind of going on is that, what's going on right now is that there's kind of three pathways into where I am, and two of them are very susceptible to being beat up if I don't have an army there. So. But if I take Armavir, that will actually reduce it. Well, actually, technically there's four ways. But they'll reduce it from 4 to 3 ways to get to me. And one of them is going to be a bit easier to hold. Okay, it looks like this army's moving up while that army is falling back. This army is staying here to raid. We might be able to punish them for that a little bit. What I think I'm going to do is, because I do see that army coming, and I'm worried that they're just going straight through my little slave unit. If they're still there, if I'm at war with these guys, I'll offer them peace.
Welcome. Speed.
Wow. Apparently not. Okay, well, I won't bother then. We do need to keep a very close eye because there is going to be an attack here. And neither of these settlements have walls. They have a garrison that I could potentially hold just through superior strategy. But that doesn't mean I'm not concerned about what might happen. So which one's the cheapest one? You... the archers are actually cheap. So get the cheapest unit we can get. Yeah. Though I guess the initial recruit them, yeah, That's funny. I'm surprised that these slingers are actually more expensive compared to the archers. So those guys are just kind of sitting there in fortified stance. That guy's moving on the way. I'll have a nice sized army to defend there. So I'm not too worried about that situation. Here, how far can these guys move in their next turn? Alright. I'm going to attack. I think we can win this. This army is like not one of my stronger armies, but I'm pretty confident that I can win this. And if I can win this, that's one army down. That means I can just really quickly go back into recovery mode in the safety of the town with the garrison. And then once I finish recovering, I can then push out with one less army to deal with. When they're all stacked together to attack Armavir and there's 4 armies, I'm like, well, I'm out of here. But they thankfully split themselves up to go in 2 different directions, which means instead of 4 armies I have to deal with, now it's 1 army there, 1 army there, and I'm quite confident I could take on armies up by myself. Again, in some cases, 2 armies, which I think is what happened last part, if I remember correctly. When I unintentionally went a little bit over time. Yes, as I command, fool. Do be careful not to be too far spread out, because the AI has actually shown that they are perfectly willing to, that they're perfectly able to kind of like actually go through gaps that are big enough. So I want to make sure the gaps aren't too big, but still big enough that my archers can get maximum value. Excuse me. Burping everywhere. Alright. Yeah, finally finished filing my taxes because I had to wait because like there's some I had to wait to see if my dad was going to claim me or not, but he says that he's not. This is my first time filing taxes because the first time I made enough to. Because like there's a minimum you have to make, and last year was the only time I made the minimum. So I finally finished filing them, and I was like, oh, for me, I'm the kind of paranoid person where it's like, okay, everything is set, people say it's fine, but what if I made that mistake? I'm that kind of person. What if I did, and I don't know. Because it's like, I'm the kind of person who's like, I don't want to get in trouble for something I didn't do, if I can avoid it. And it's like, and so that's why I'm like, that person's like, but did I do it perfectly? Alright, looks like our axemen are going to be the ones on the flank, which is where I want them to be. Because I got these guys because they should be pretty good flanking units. Because like hoplites go at the front, these guys can hold make use of the flanks. It does mean that my back is a little more open to an enemy cav, but I think there's only like 1 cav unit, maybe 2. So it's not that it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Especially if I could hold. Oh, I forgot to make these guys into one big group. So it looks like we're so far away from each other that we are separated. That we can't see each other. I'm moving my guys forward. I'm going to speed it up, but I have to be very careful about like suddenly seeing the enemy and having them jump out at me. Hold formation! Where are all you? My little step archers. My militia hoplites. And then my center's the strongest point with my Bosphor and hoplites. While my flanks are a little bit on the weaker side of thing. Oh, looks like I see them over there. Maybe they must have taken the defensive position there. So I'm going to start moving my guys over there. Yeah, it looks like they took those like hills as a little bit of an advantage. One of the things I appreciate about the AI in these games, they like to take more of a defensive position more than just sitting out in the open field. Or just charging at you when they have no chance in hell of doing that. Yeah, it looks like they're all nice grouped together. They are repositioning, it does appear. So a lot of medium spearmen. I am kind of curious to see, because these guys are light phalanx units. They're pretty strong, like, you know, any phalanx unit is pretty strong. But I'm kind of curious how, like, a medium spear goes against a light phalanx. Like, what's going to be the difference in terms of their stats and all that jazz. These guys are medium melee infantry. So these guys are actually, to an extent, a little beefier than my guys. Why are they walking so weirdly? Are they just stuck on something? Broski. Anyway, I don't know what happened there with that guy. But for some reason they got stuck on something. That was a bit weird. And now you can see the full front of their army. I want to adjust the angle of which I'm attacking from. There we go, that's a bit better. I want to make sure my guys are facing them head on. I'm going to walk them, though. I don't want them running. The only reason I had them running originally is because, like, that guy was stuck. I'm like, what's going on with you, buckaroo? It looks like these guys have pretty good speed. Less speed than archers, but more speed than my guys in phalanx formation. What's the range? Can I see the range of their archers if I hover over them? I know I can, like, later games, I think. No, I can't tell. So we'll wait a moment before we can push in more. The archers are in position, though. They're not in formation. Look at that. Look at these barbarians. No sense of order. They're just like, yeah, we're here, the rough position we're supposed to be, you know? And like, it's not very good on their part, you know? Not very good on their part. Now that guy watches Naruto. Alright, let's see. That guy's in good position. This guy's, I guess, a little bit longer to walk. Now, I was actually a little bit worried they would be within range of their archers a little early. But it looks like not quite in range of their archers with my phalanx. And once this guy gets in position, I will start advancing. Is, you know, it's better to advance as one big block of units rather than risk anything else. Let's see, I'm going to move this guy up too while I'm waiting. A bit more like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, that guy's almost in position. Once he's in position, we will advance at speed. Now I'll just have them march forward and attack whatever they engage with first. I'm actually going to try and do that on the spearmen just to see if that maybe changes the prioritization. Alright, now I'm going to I'm going to keep it up for a little bit, but once they get just within archer range on my end, I'm going to set it back to normal play. There. Because we will need to be able to adapt to what they're doing. Looks like the over here. So it looks like these guys are about to go into group these guys together, keep formation, and have these guys start taking this flank now, like this. Except for this archer I want here. Why are the archers not firing like they're supposed to? That's a bit weird. And you're supposed to like go into like until they get within range to fire at somebody and then fire, but they did not, however, do that, which is kind of strange. Oh well. They are firing into my my phalanxes, but that's not the end of the world. Focus on. I'm not gonna. I don't want to like have them set to attack a ranged unit because the ranged units will most likely be in skirmisher mode, which means that doing that will just make my units, you know, not to do as much as I need them to do. I'm gonna move this guy over here. Get these guys moving up a little bit more. And that guy's moving up for the attack. I'm gonna start moving these guys up for an attack as well. Move up my horses there. My baggage train, I'm gonna fall back. No reason for them to take more damage than they need to. They're militia, eh? Yeah, they're slowly advancing. Do they have a charge bonus? They do have a charge bonus. Fire! Oh, look at that! Fired right into their back. Ouch! That was brutal. I'm gonna get these guys out of phalanx formation and have them attack as they are now being flanked. As they're now they are now the flankers, not the one being flanked. Or I guess this is being attacked. I was actually gonna have them rear charge them, but I had a better idea. I'm gonna have them charge up the hill against the spearmen. Let me just I'm keeping an eye out to see what these guys end up doing. I'm gonna get these guys to fit in there. There, that guy's gonna break. Very nice, very nice. Keep firing up there. However, I'd rather not have you fire into a melee when there's perfectly good targets up above. Ooh, their general is actually a missile cav unit. That's perfect for us. Charge fast, charge far, charge fast, charge fiercely. That was nice. I'm gonna follow these guys back over there. Start advancing over here. Why can't I get these guys into a certain formation? There we go. That was weird. Yes? I have fun.
Buy the bread. You eat bread or not?
Don't buy any bread. I shouldn't be eating as much bread as I do.
You want to buy?
Yeah, don't buy them.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, yeah. Okay. There. Alright, let's keep moving up the advance. Get this guy into their flank. This guy I'm going to be more aggressive there. They're doing fine on that side. Getting in some good rear charges over here. I'm going to use this guy to actually attack them. This guy I'm going to reposition him. There we go. Those are my archers firing at. I got to be careful where exactly they're firing because that could actually put me in more danger. General's doing a great job of fighting. Is the good fight right now. Beat up the other general. Oh, that was a really good charge for my citizen cav. There we go. That just we just broke them. Let's try and clean up as much as we can. I'm gonna order my archers to stop fire. All my archers to stop firing. I'm also going to face them away so that way they don't automatically attack too. Just to make sure it doesn't happen if possible. These guys are actually a little bit faster than my guys, probably because they're light spearmen. My guys are medium melee infantry. Let's see if we can. How much is this guy's speed? Yeah, there's only 2 speed despite being light phalanx. Maybe I'll get some of these archers to fire at those guys just to reduce their numbers, because those are the more higher end troops. Good to get rid of those as much as possible. Oh, this one's completely out of ammo, so he's gonna catch up and deal some damage at the very least. I like how there's like perfectly good enemies right behind these guys, but because the way that it was like designed to attack, they don't actually attack them. Yeah, let's just speed this up real quick. The last bit's getting away. There, let's end the battle there. A heroic victory. We barely lost any troops. They just got, look, we lost 285 men and they lost over 2,400. That was a slaughter of a battle. I don't know whether or not it's superior stratagem or what, but we just raffle stomped them. I'm surprised. I mean, I probably because like the AI had the high ground, but they had they had a really weird formation. I don't really know what the AI was thinking with that formation, but they just that just allowed me to obliterate them. My melee infantry are better than theirs, and I was able to just get around the flanks and just slowly whittle away at them with my cav charges and my and these axemen really paid for themselves. They did an amazing job. Like 103 kills, 325 kills. Those guys did good work. The most damaged units were the guys in the center who were being focused on by the archers. No surprise there. But yeah, these guys got more than all of my cav units. I'll put together, but like 311 versus 325, you can see which guy got the most kills. So the advantage, though, for the cav is that I didn't lose as many cav for their kills. Enslave the captives. Show them they can like, honestly, I was actually expecting you to fall back and not be able to keep the advance. I thought I was gonna need to recover after that battle, but now it's just like, well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Take over and advance. I'm just gonna finish off this army here. I'll just do balance stance there. Now I'll just kill these remaining guys. And got military traditions. Hype! Defenses. Public order. Keepers of the peace. That's not too bad. Public order bonus. No. Let's do... Shots per minute is nice. I'm thinking maybe that. Okay, let's do Inexorable Conquerors. And I think I should be able to attack this. I could auto resolve it, but I need to make sure I have as many troops as possible, so I'm going to quick save just to make sure it doesn't crash. Well, in case it crashes, I should say. And then I'm going to manually fight this battle out. They got some interesting looking spearmen. Yeah, hope. And like the reason why I'm fighting this out is mostly to make sure that I take as little damage as possible. Oh, apparently they chose to sally out instead of fighting in the town itself, which is actually really good for... I honestly would never choose to sally out. Because you can use the town to your advantage so easily as the defender. Like those buildings and those choke points they make it so easy to punish the enemy. Well, in this open field, it's actually entirely in my advantage because my army's a lot more mobile than their army, which means that by them choosing this option, it's basically went from like, oh, I might lose a couple units. I might lose a unit or get really depleted, so I'll need to be kind of careful to... Well, this battle just got super easy. The only thing that they have their advantage is this hill. I could try and advance up here to make it take a little bit longer, but it would give me the advantage of negating their hill, which is probably what I should do. I'll just speed things up to make things go faster. Yes. Oh, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put these more health units on the inside here. The reason why is because if my center is going to take the most amount of damage, then I'd rather spread it out amongst like my other units because, you know, no matter, even if no other units are damaged except my hoplites, it'll still take me 5 turns, probably 4 or 5 turns before they fully replenish. But if I spread it out between my militia hoplites and these guys, by putting these guys on the flank, then that will mean it'll make it a lot faster for them to replenish themselves. So I'm gonna put these guys on the flank. It will mean that our center is not quite as sturdy in terms of like quality units, but I mean there is more of them, so it should balance out nicely. Sorry about that. You guys can hear the phone call because my didn't close the doors, and her telephone or phone is very loud, mostly because she needs it to be loud or else you wouldn't hear it. Move that back slightly. It's a little bit too close to the front, I feel. Pierce their hearts. So is there one more spear unit that I completely missed? Yes, this guy. Here, I'm going to move this guy a little bit more over. Militia! Then of course do what I did last. I think this side's probably going to be the one that's more attacked. So I'm going to put the healthier guy over here. Put the less unhealthy guy over here. And then we do it again. Oops. And then baggage train back up here. Yeah, so I'm gonna order my guys to take the flat hills as fast as they can, because that will negate the enemy advantage pretty spectacularly. So I'm not going. Though I don't want them running. Running will mean that they're tired and also they'll be out of formation because the archers move. Oh, I guess they're already out of formation. I'll just have them run as fast as they can, I guess. Yeah, we can see the enemy defenders up there. If I charged way up here, we would probably still have this hill to our disadvantage, because we're rushing up here. The hill is no longer at disadvantage. While there's still like a bit of a forest to our flank, it's not the end of the world. Our archers are a little bit further out, but I don't need to worry about it as much as I would normally against an Armenian army, because these guys only have 1 unit of cavalry. And that 1 unit of cavalry, if it charged by itself, would just be decimated by a bunch of archer fire. So I didn't need to be too worried about it. And once my phalanx troops are in position, we will advance at speed. I say at speed, but I don't mean running. I mean just like fast forward speed. I love the look at these shields. I just love it. These guys look so awesome. I've been super focused on strategy. I haven't been doing enough zooming in. Hopefully this battle shouldn't be too hard, so I should be able to do a little bit of zooming into the battle. Because I honestly love like being like, ooh, they're fighting each other kind of a situation. I just love doing that. Every time there's a new Total War thing or there's new content, I'll like do custom battles between the units. I'll be like, ooh, that's how you move, eh? There we go, that last unit's in position, so now we can begin our advance. Some units are running, some of them not. It's interesting. I guess because like they're trying to keep up with each other, so they're starting to run. The one thing I do need to be kind of careful about is in the last battle they weren't attacking like they normally would, so AI group attack. Yeah, that doesn't really work out. Okay. We got to be careful. They're starting to move. I'm gonna order my guys to halt. as the enemy is now advancing on us instead of the other way around. I'm gonna move these guys over here just so I can keep an eye on what they're doing. One more. I'm gonna move that guy up and that guy up. Our archers are gonna be able to do a nice amount of work here. Armenian archers. Where's? I guess I don't see their cav, which means they must still be hidden somewhere. No, wait, though he's right there. But their cav unit's gone. I see their general, but not the cav. Oh, there's the cav. It's right there. I'm gonna start moving forward a little bit more. Right now, I'm allowing my. Oh, looks like you got caught, buckaroos. Now, where's the other unit? There you are. Let's move these guys into flank. And then have them attack. Oh! Looks like there is another unit of Armenian spearmen there. Alright, looks like they're attacking, so let me start moving up more then. I don't want them to get too much value from what they're doing. Any advantage that they get is bad for me, so I'm gonna start pushing up. Let's see. Have these guys won their fight? I'm actually trying to figure out where the front line is on the enemy and where I can attack in these woods. I forget how. That's not what I meant to do. Battle ready and eager. Oh, fire your javelins right into their flank. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice, 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 nice. Easy flanking so far. I'm not doing the. So these guys are going stabby stab. And these guys are going stabby stab too. Where's my axeman? Perfect. That one's gonna die. That one should break any moment now. Where's my general? I can't see him. That guy's actually being charged. That's it. I didn't even notice that guy. A nice javelin volley. And then charge. These guys have the axes. Come on, let's see the axes. There we go. And let's hit this guy into that guy's flank. Oh, hi, archers. Yeah, those Armenian spearmen are about to be butchered. I'm going to turn these guys around, though, so that way they stop firing into my own troops. I am not being very smart with my general right now. Like, he's honestly the one I probably should be keeping the most safe, but I'm actually kind of throwing his life away. Alright. Here we go. Where is the what's the situation in the forest? There is a lot of enemy troops here. But I do got a nice rear charge going off there. Got enemies, my units reinforcing. You guys can be out of phalanx so you get actual good damage off. This unit's about to get like obliterated. This Armenian militia unit. I didn't get a notification that our general has been killed, so I'm at least a little bit hopeful in that respect. Yeah, a double charge from one direction, charge from another direction. That guy just said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here." That's what that guy just said. Now, this one's doing a decent job holding out, though for some reason it did not turn and face the guy trying to brutally murder him, so kind of made it so it was like a little bit awkward. What's the situation here? You attack that guy, and you attack that guy. Basically finish them. There we go. That's victory. Probably lost more than I needed, but I kind of just wanted to see what the battles were like a little bit. Yeah, Coron is ours. The archers got a decent amount of kills. Horse Cruz did a great job getting kills. My general thankfully didn't get himself killed when I left him in melee too long against spearmen. He lost a lot of bodyguards though. A lot of bodyguards though. We do not hesitate to dutifully perform services for those whom we hope will assist us in the future. Cicero, Roman lawyer and statesman. There we go, loading done. We did it. We could liberate this. Apparently this was a faction at one point, but I'm not going to liberate anybody. This is my territory. Mine, mine, mine. I'm gonna just probably destroy this settlement. Well, I can convert it straight up. I guess I will. I might demolish this one though. And now we have control here. The one concern we have is if these guys start making some awkward advances, but should be edible. Now I need to do some scouting though, because Corona is a bit in danger now. Well, Corona is now a bit of a dangerous spot. Looks like looks like there doesn't seem to be any Armenia over here. So if we could take our Samosata, we can then push this way and start kind of cutting, like finishing them off. Caron's a bit in danger, but if we take Armavir, I can hold Caron, and while I push out. So yeah, it looks like Tushpa is their capital. Yeah, this army is fully ready and raring to go. The only downside is the fact that it's facing an army too big for it. So we do need to keep an eye out over here, because this is a damaged army, but still there's a lot of them, and there's a full stack over here. If they choose not to attack Fosses, then we'll have an interesting, a little bit of an awkward situation. If they choose to go over here, I think we can make it back next turn unless there's winter. What season is this right now? It's autumn. So we might not be able to save Travazos, is my only concern right now. We'll find out next time. AKA next turn. Saracena's not dead, so at least that's good news. My only concern is that there was an army there that I can't see anymore, and I do not know where they're going. If they attack one of my settlements and successfully take it, that'll be very awkward for me. I'd rather not have that happen. Armenia is doing some agent. Oh, 3 armies going to Macheta now. Macheta's like, Macheta's like, we are going to hold, and then they're like, let's have even more units. So it's like, maybe we will hold. We will find out. I'm actually gonna change glasses real quick because I'm actually using my outdoor glasses, not my computer glasses. Here we go. Just to make sure my eyes don't get too strained out. Because sometimes, usually, like, when I wear those a lot, inside, my eyes start hurting. These ones are a bit better. They both have blue light protection, but this one's weaker. So that way it's built more for, like, close sight. Is Senna no longer at war with them or something? Because I'm a little concerned about that. If that's the case. But it looks like they're going to Tanais. Which means that I guess I'll need to try and rebuild like some kind of oh! Did Saracena just wipe out that army? Nice job, Saracena. They're doing exactly what I hoped they would do. They are defending my northeastern border for me, so I don't have to worry about it. Don't crash on me, game. No, not responding. That's not right. No. Come on. Rome 2, I believe, and you don't crash on me. I won 2 battles in this episode. I don't want it to crash. Wait for it to respond. Come on, you can do it. I don't want to fight that battle again. Wait, yes, it didn't crash. We're saved. We got our military reforms. The Theros reforms. This is a long one. The development of the Theros has altered unit equipment and training. A large oval shield made of leather-covered wood and braced by a spined boss. The Theros was first adopted from the Galatians by the Illyrians and Thracians. Some say it resembles the Oscan scutum brought back after Pyrrhus' Italian campaign. However, it made its way into Greek hands. It is now used by the Therophoroi, who have become tactically flexible troops in the Greek army. Cleomenes Spartan reforms. After losing many wars, citizens, and their former spirit, Sparta during the early 3rd century BC was just a shadow of former glory. They were still a force to be reckoned with, but only slightly above other Greek states, until King Cleomenes III would start his reform. He increased the pool of Spartan citizens by bringing back banished Spartans and giving the land to mercenaries. He also rearmed part of the Spartan army in Macedonian style, but only by forming own pikes. I think that's a typo. Cavalry was still made from Thessalian mercenaries. While very successful at first, Cleomenes was defeated badly by Antigonus III, Diocletian at Cilicia in 222 BC, and this again pushed Sparta back. All right, now let's see. So I mean, my troops can be upgraded now. I guess that Imperium doesn't affect any of my current troops. It looks like. So I don't really know what the point of that is. But it might mean I can recruit new troop types. Let me see. So yeah, I can now get Thraeus swordsmen and Thraeus spears. I'm not sure, like, which is probably better versions than my axemen are here of flanking. Oh, hey, there's an army. There's still an army of cultists around? I thought they would have been deleted by this point in time. It looks like this army is still remaining here. They're not quite yet attacking, but neither are they leaving. A faction rises. There's a lot of subversion attempts by all of these agents, man. There's so many of them. So, let me see if I can't kill their agent with my agent. No, I can't do anything to kill him, apparently. Okay. I'm going to send this one to scout over here. So it looks like Armenia does have a settlement over here, But this is as far southeast as they go. So if I could take Arsamosata and Samosata, I'll officially like own the western part of Armenia, and I can just push east and then north. So long as they keep going after Meshetta, I'm in good hands. So it says the purple technologia. Oops. Oh, that's that's selected. I have the purple researched. Yeah, that's why it's gonna be anything in a new army. I want to compare. I don't think I were any of them right now. So, but I do want to see something. So not these guys. These guys have both the good speed, their armor, weapon damage, blah 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 blahs, compared to. AP damage is only 2, but they have nice melee damage. So these guys are definitely better for my purposes. These guys have better melee AP damage, while these guys are a bit decent for like holding the line. I don't think I'd pick these guys over my phalanx units. Yeah, I wouldn't pick these guys over my phalanx units in terms of having them as my main like brunt of my army. But these guys wouldn't be bad at like filtering into my army to make it a bit more flexible. Because as it stands, I'm charge forward, rely on cavalry for the flanks. If I get these guys in, I'll be a bit more flexible. It looks like nothing else changed, so keep that in mind. Okay. So I want to add in. So how much? So these are only slightly more expensive than my Levy hoplites. And these guys are definitely even more expensive than the swords, actually. Yeah, but these guys are cheaper than my hoplites, so they're not a bad unit to kind of like add in for a little bit of extra fluff. So how much do I have? 3, 6, 9. How fast are these guys? Speed 3, speed 3. So these are a little bit faster. I can afford 9 of these guys. If I want them. That would actually fill up the rest of my army, though I would need a baggage train, which will make these a little bit harder if I'm going to use this to attack. So let's get some Threo swordsmen, I guess. They'll fill out the ranks. I want to convert the settlement into, so it's a minor market town, the minor settlement, civil town, farming town, or market town. I guess. I don't really know. I guess civil town? I don't know. Is anything... Is this sanitation and... Homestead, I get? Maybe? I'd rather get the local Agora, but I can't afford it. Was the baggage train more expensive than these guys? Yeah, that was more expensive. Let's cancel the baggage train, just get another swordsman, and that way I can get I'll get the local Agora for better public order stuff. I'm not worried about this army. It's very weak. I'm sure the Trepolis garrison's probably maxed out at this point. So if they attack, I should pretty easily be able to hold off against them. We'll probably do one more turn. I should have saved. In case it crashes again. Well, in case it tries to crash again. Well, this part is got 2 nice battles going in, and Meshetta's literally just like, they're like, I'm gonna get you, and I'm like, don't you dare. On the bright side, while they're just sitting there not attacking me, I'm slowly defeating their other armies and slowly and taking over their territory. So I'm not completely against what they're doing. Oh, sorry. There we go. I actually thought Colchis as a faction had already been wiped out, so I was surprised to see that there is, in fact, an army moving around. It looks like there's another army. I think that's the army that I weakened from... that's probably going back home to try and build up new units. So at least that's what I'm assuming is going on there. And those guys have just kind of like stuck in because like, we can't take it. You know, I'm like, well. Yeah, thankfully they're not going after Trebezos or anything like that, so I don't mind just waiting and building up an army to counteract them. So a riot at the capital. Crush the riot. Show them no mercy. A large amount of subversion. Median Iranian reforms. Atropakan has reached a new military reform. As time progressed, so did the fighting ways of the Iranian people. Due to pneumatic influence, cavalry equipment became much heavier, while deadly Kontos lances became the main shock weapons. Mounted javeliners of the late Achaemenids went out of fashion. Bows once again were a favored tool of war for Median riders. The influx of Greeks all over the old empire allowed it to adapt to recent changes in warfare with their pikes and theros shields. So stuff happened. Yeah, that's the weakened army trying to fall back. Looks like they merged a unit to try and make them healthier. I'm unfortunately not in a position to attack quite yet, but I think I will be soon. I unfortunately can't afford like anything big like these Bosman cavalry, but I can keep affording these cheaper swordsmen. I'm not too worried about having spearmen, honestly. I think spearmen are going to be like not too useful. Yeah, maybe I might be used to having 2 of them. And then next turn, I'll so basically take 2 turns. I'll be able to attack with that army and hopefully be able to wipe out this one. Well, this is not my ideal army. Oh, I need archers. I just noticed that I need archers more than anything else. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I'll fill out with like 1 more unit of swordsmen. And those guys are just kind of sitting there. The garrison here is actually a little bit on the weaker side, so I don't want to leave it in case Colchis comes around here and tries to attack it. Even though I think that could probably take a weakened garrison like this one, and I might as well give these guys 2 turns to recover. But it is actually about time where we call an end to the episode. So I wish you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, getting to this point. I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, wherever you may be. Feel free to check out the new episode of this campaign every Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, and you know your own time zones from there, hopefully. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.